All right, everyone, we are back up and we are live. I think there was a technical glitch with Facebook, but I'm happy that we're back on again. So we're going to give you guys a few seconds to come on in, let you know that we're back on, and we promise to send this video out via email as well to everyone. So let's give it a few seconds and we're going to get back started. All right, it looks like we're back on and we're doing well. Do me a favor, let me know where you're checking in from, so we can know that we can hear and see everyone as good as possible. We're so happy to be on with our good friends from Line Leader by CHILDCARE CRM. A part of what we're doing today is a part of our plan your year for 2023. We do a series at the end of each year to get you ready, and you can't run effectively without an effective management system. So, hey, Tony, thank you for being patient, and I think that we're back.
Awesome. Good to be back.
Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Teresa, thank you. Welcome back. And if you will, just let everyone know that you're on. We'll also drop a link in our groups and in our messenger chats, and hopefully everyone will get back on. But if not, we'll email it out to you guys a little bit later because we're excited about this conversation. And we're excited about CHILDCARE CRM merging with Line Leader to offer such a cohesive and comprehensive product. So this is where we left off. We know CHILDCARE CRM for helping us do tours and following up with parents. Now we can do online registration to make that process so simple. So tell us about your favorite 3 features of CHILDCARE CRM.
Favorite 3 features. A unified platform. So again, that's a single sign-on that allows you to have the suite of solutions that does everything from point A of a parent's reaching out to point Z when they're enrolled and managing that. So a single sign-on, one system for all your staff to utilize. So that's one of my favorite ones, the top one so far. The second one is, I would say, the online registration. I get a lot of great feedback on this from centers to be able to ditch the paper and go online and complete the registration for the parents online and give that parent a better experience, right? And the third is probably the lead tracking and within our system, right? You have to maximize every opportunity that comes to your door because those are revenue, right? That's revenue towards your business for you to grow. So you have to have a system in place to manage that.
Yeah, for me, I tell myself all the time, it's not a phone number. That's $10,000. You know, and I know it's connected to a kid, and we all have a heart for educating our kids, nurturing our kids. We're going to do that. But as owners, guys, just making sure that you're fiscally responsible and you're not letting those leads slip through the crack, because I think follow-up is the one thing that sets us apart from other centers. If we can get the lead's attention and then we can convert them into a client, that means we're taking care of more children. We can pay a more livable wage to our staff. So I know sometimes we think of it as one name, one kid, but it's not just one name and one kid.
No.
Do you guys, does the system track conversion rates from the tour all the way into bringing that person over to a client?
Absolutely. So within our system, there's the dashboard that gives you some really basic but really top line metrics to see. The first one is the chances and the percentage of a parent were to reach out to as a new lead to a waitlist or registration conversion as a whole, right? So giving that metric data. And then 3 other key points that I like on our dashboard as well is the chance of them actually scheduling a tour. If they do schedule a tour, what are the chances of them completing that tour? And if they do complete a tour, what is the percentage of them actually registering?
So you're giving us some analytics, and this is based on all of the clients that you have. How do you guys come up with that information?
So what I just mentioned earlier is really designed and target to your specific center, your metric, right? So how you're converting leads in general at your specific facility or the whole organization. Uh,
Gotcha.
yeah. Now we of course are launching our benchmark report. We do this every year, which
I
is
love it.
awesome. Yeah. So benchmark report is essentially what we do is we gather all of our clients' data, 6,500 client data, and we kind of throw it together, all the metrics, and really get a benchmark to share with the client. So this year we're focusing on 5 key points. Centralizing lead capture for fast follow-up is for the first one we're focusing on. The second one is delivering personal moments and experience. The third one we're doing is going to be enabling family self-serve experience, like allowing them to tour online themselves, right? Schedule a tour online themselves, right? So little things that the parents can do themselves, complete the registration online. So those type of experiences. Number 4 is automating manual and time-consuming tasks. There's nothing better to have a system do some of the work for you so that you don't have to work on those tedious tasks. I'm sure there's a million other things that you can focus on, right? And the last thing is get real-time data all in one place within our system.
So tell me, as you guys are looking at centers and you're talking to centers about what they want to see and the trends of childcare, what do you find that are some things centers can do that make them very successful compared to other centers who may have very mediocre metrics?
Yeah, I think it all comes down to your experience that you offer, right? So, I mean, I talk about parent experience all the time because it's really important, and that starts with the day they reach out to you. I can promise you, if they reach out to you and you're busy, you don't follow with them in the next 2 hours, a center down the street probably already called them and talked to them. You have to be the first to reach out to them or have a system that does that for you.
Yeah, the speed of contacting the lead. I always tell them money loves speed. So do parents. So do you. You always want to make sure that you're follow up with. So think about how many times you're like, man, I would have done business with this company, but they never followed up with me. They never answered my email. They never returned my call. We just don't want to fall victim to that. And that's why I love your automated responses, as well as those things that trigger us as owners and directors and leaders. Hey, make sure that you use that personal touch to make sure you're reaching out to this family. Yeah. But I love the fact, and I know that you want to show us a little bit behind the scenes of what the platform looks like. I love the fact that now it's not just about capturing the lead, but it's about nurturing and keeping the lead. It's one thing to get someone interested. It's another thing to retain them year after year, to make that average cost for that customer shoot up. We don't want to keep enrolling. When people tell me, oh, we're always enrolling, that's great. Just don't always be enrolling because you have a bad attrition rate. Enroll because you're steady growing or filling space, not because you're losing students. Absolutely. So can we take a peek behind the scenes?
Absolutely. So you don't mind, I have something popped up. So this is our brand new center management system, right? So it's a really cool, really clean interface that allows the center to really manage their whole facility in one platform. Yes, with one click, you can toggle through, of course, their CRM, which looks just like the CMS side, right? So it's coherent, it looks similar. And again, with one click, one unified platform, you still have your CMS side, right? Everything from understanding your classroom ratio, the red and the green, if you're in ratio, if you're out of ratio, how many students enrolled, how many checked in, how many staffs checked in. And the interface is super beautiful because you can come in and manage each one of your classrooms, right? View your rosters for each classroom. Parents can put pictures of this child on here. They can do it themselves. The last time they potty, ate, food, the engagement level. So it's a really detailed platform. And
I like that. Go back to that engagement level. So we can see the percent or the rate that the parent is engaged.
You can. Yep, you can. You sure can. You control the staff itself, how the staff are engaging with the classroom, right? And how the child themselves are engaging in those activities that you're doing throughout the day.
I love it.
And then the next thing, of course, we have a really awesome mobile app that provides for the teacher themselves to really post videos and pictures, right? Where parents on their side of the app can see those pictures, right? Parents want to have some insight in their center, right? So providing with a really awesome, robust app that's user friendly, right, for them to be able to pay their bills and do everything on their app. See pictures, they can even like those pictures. They can share it directly to the Facebook and share it with their friends and families, right? So a really unique and robust mobile app for the parents' experience, and also for the teachers, because the teacher's going to be using the system, right? They can do things even like checking or clocking themselves in for work and clocking themselves out, right? So one platform that really does everything.
I love it. And I see that you have billing here. We really promote automatic billing and being able to see, what parents are current, what parents are not. Tell us a little bit about your billing system, because I think these ladies want to know a little bit about that.
Yeah, so our billing system is pretty awesome. I personally love it. I've seen it compared to a lot of other systems out there. Yes, it's fully automated. We can put them on auto draft, or they'll pay their bills directly on their app or on auto draft. You also have your metrics, right? Understanding how much revenue you're bringing in for that month or the past month, right? What are past due, right? And if they're past due, understanding who's past due, how many days each balance is past due. And one of the coolest features that we have is our subsidized reconsolidation within our system. So we know a lot of times parents are unsubsidized, right? They get some type of vouchers. This system can really manage that for you and keep you insightful in regards to, okay, since the parents paid, how much does the state still owes me for this family? And when the states pay you, you can reconsolidate in our system so that you have a full insight of your billing and your accounting, right? So this child, okay, he's paid in full this month. The state's paid for that fees already. We're good to go.
Oh, I love it. I love it having that accountability, and those agent reports definitely help us make decisions. I love to see like how much a parent has paid me over time or their anniversary, so I can really know how to celebrate my parents. And so this is really, really good. So I see that you have a section that says reports.
We
And
do.
I don't feel like that you can make good decisions without having good data. So if you had to tell us your top two reports, what two reports do you love the most?
It depends on what side, right? So of course we have the pre-enrollment side, which reports are important for that. So the first report I love to see in the pre-enrollment side is the general conversion rate. How well we're converging on each of their journey status, meaning from a new lead, are they completed a tour, have they scheduled a tour, are they registered, are they on the wait list? So the metrics behind that in general. And then once they are enrolled, my favorite is the enrollment forecast report.
Woo!
That is an awesome report to have because this allows you, once you're full, this helps you predict in the next few months what's that enrollment looks like for each classroom. Right, we break it down as well, and we calculate in, okay, we have 2 staff in this classroom, they make this much money, right? Are we profitable in this classroom compared to how many staff is in this classroom? So it really breaks that chart out for you, and it's really, really awesome.
I like that a lot. Forecast is my favorite F word because I feel like it really helps us make decisions. And then trends. A lot of times people don't know, like, oh, I know I have a waiting list, but I don't really know when this spot is coming up in the infant room, or, I don't really know when this parent. So being able to forecast when you'll have spots and when kids will age up. This is a nice one. There's a rule says this is nice. I love that. What about, okay, I'm intrigued now. What is the capacity planning report?
So a capacity planning report is essentially as it states, right? So it's really understanding your current head count, available openings, and your classroom utilization rate. So essentially what it does, it just allows you to plan for a specific classroom. So for instance, looking at the bright, taller classroom, but update that. It shows you essentially your roster for each one of your classrooms, each one of your students in that classroom, their schedule as well, and their plan rate, right? The total amount, the total enrollment, available slot. So it just really allow you in the moment, allowing you to understand for that specific week what's open, what's not. Especially for centers, they're really helpful if you're doing like a hourly or weekly scheduling, right? Part-time or full-time. This allows you to understand a little deeper about your openings.
I love this. Now, guys, you're out there. I know you probably are at lunch or at nap time. Maybe you're in your office. How many of you feel like this capacity planning report would totally revolutionize how you talked about open spots and opportunities in your center. If you feel like this would help you, I want you to drop me down in the chat. Because I know a lot of times we as owners, we look at things one way, but teaching our directors and our other leaders how to look at our classroom is super dope. Super dope.
Mm-hmm. And again, I mean, there's a lot of other reports that you would need in general, right? Like your attendance report, you need that on paper. Some states require that, right? So you have those type of reports. You have your meal report for subsidized and food program, right? So your consumption data, you need to send that to the state so you can get those credits, right? Profile reports allow you to create your own personal report from the data that we have in our system, right? So you don't see a general report that's built out. You go to profile report and create your own, right? It's kind of like our CRM side where you can build those custom reports to the data points that you need.
I love that. I love that. So many of us use payroll systems. I think this is my last question about the management side. So if our employees are signing in and out here, this is the information we can just roll over into our payroll company.
Correct. Yeah, ADP, QuickBooks, right? For two quick examples, right? So we do have an integration where that will send that data over, right? So it's easier for payroll. They're not using any other systems to clock in and clock out, right? We want to keep our staff within one platform to make it easier. And the adaptation of a system is much higher if you have one platform rather than multiple.
Okay, I love it. And just the ease of it makes it really, really simple. If my staff already needs to check into the class, I might as well let them clock in, clock out, and be able to view ratios. The thing I love about the dashboard, I don't know if you can go back to it. Yeah. A lot of times we're on the walkies. A lot of times we're like, how many kids do you have? You know, are you in ratio? You know, with this, you know, from anywhere, I can look at this dashboard and know exactly where I stand, the activities, what my teachers are posting. This is really powerful. You guys have done a really good job.
Yeah, and then not only that, but everything happens in real time. So let's say, for instance, if the Bright Taller classroom decides to go to the playground, as soon as the teacher moves to the playground, this will zero out, and then everybody will be here in the playground. So you can see in real time where everybody's at as well, which is really cool.
This is really great. I know my food service manager loves these kind of reports because they don't never have to go around now and say, how many kids do you have? How many kids do you have? Just the efficiency and the time management that we can use, guys, by using systems like this is awesome. So I know many people may want to get in touch with you. I see Teresa has some questions. I see she says, I want a platform, one platform for everything. So when we talk about having one platform for everything, it seems like this is so comprehensive. So if Teresa wants more information, or people like her, what do they need to do next?
So all they have to do is go into GoLineLeader.com, right? Request a demo, or you can email me directly at twin. I'll put it on the chat at GoLineLeader.com. This is a great way for you to come in here and schedule some time, personal time with one of our team members, and we'll be able to go through the whole system with you and answer those deep questions that you may have and give you a really full understanding of our system and the capabilities behind that to see if we could be a good fit or not.
Yes, and make sure y'all tell them that you are a Child Care Millionaires Association member, because that's very important. They have really made our association a priority, and so we want them to know that you're coming over from Child Care Millionaires. I really love this. As we're going into our Plan Your Year boot camp, we're really excited about telling our association about products just like this. Because guys, if you don't make a plan and you don't have the numbers and the information to support this plan, then you don't even know if you're making a realistic decision. And that's why I love, just one more time, tell them about your benchmark report, because some of us have gotten emails and would love to participate. But tell us a little bit more about your benchmark report before we get off.
Yeah, so our benchmark report is essentially an overview data metric of over 6,500 centers that are using our platform today. So this is essentially giving you guys data on what's successful from what are all our 6,500 different centers that is using our platform today. We highlight 5 different key takeaways for that metric. This year, we are also doing something unique. We are actually doing a survey for 3,500 so far responses already received, 3,500 or 3,500 individual centers that are not using our platform to get their response on the childcare professions and to see what works in their business, what doesn't. So that's going to be included as well. But if you guys want a glimpse before we launch that, please give me an email, send me a quick email, and I will get you that report before we even launch that. So it's a great report to have to look through and to see what works, what doesn't from a metric data standpoint.
I love it. So thank you so much. Latoya asked a little bit about pricing. I know that she can find more about this in her demo call, but yeah, I like to answer all the questions. So
Good. So our pricing model is very straightforward. It's a month-to-month thing. There's one price that gives you the unified platform that does everything. That is $174 a month. $174 a month, you get everything. We do have different packages where if you want CM separately, you can still get it separately if you want. But of course, I recommend get everything in all together in one place, right?
I love that. And it doesn't matter how many kids you have.
Nope, it's unlimited users, unlimited kids, ratios, families, classroom. It doesn't matter to us. We have two-way communication on our platform for text message, call recording, the whole 9 yards as well.
And is it 174 per center? Or if I have multiple centers, how does that work?
That's correct. So it's 174 per center per month.
She said, "This is great."
Yeah. So
yeah, I think if you did a cost analysis,
having multiple vendors, I can promise you.
That sounds great. Doing a cost analysis. Now I heard you said phone recording. So you guys have the system where you can record the phone calls of your leads.
Absolutely, yeah. So we do provide a phone number within the system. That of course parents can call in and all those calls are recorded. We do attach all calls to parents' profiles as well. You can use it with automation, right? We also provide one number to text parents. Nowadays, parents want to be text. You got to be able to text them, guys. So providing that number for them to text them, and it keeps it personal, right? It's a personal conversation. It seems like it. You can use it for automation as well. So it's a really neat way, a different way for you to continue to communicate with your parents.
All right, this is awesome. Thank you guys so much for doing such a great job over there and really making it easy for us to manage. Again, guys, when you do your call, you do your demo, please let them know that you were referred to by Childcare Millionaires Association. Do your due diligence and decide what will it take me to operate my center at a higher level. And I am sure when you look at that list and you look at the features that they're offering here, you're going to see some alignment. I want to be able to take payments more efficiently. I want to communicate more efficiently. I want to run reports. I want to know if I have too many people on the clock. I want to be payroll conscious. I want to make sure that I am compliant. All of these things I'm hearing. Line leader. So please make sure that you take time and you research. But once again, I want to invite you to the Plan Your Year Bootcamp. It is next week. It is free. We will take aside 4 days and really look at what do you need to do in this year and beyond to have a robust, profitable, and productive year for you and your team. So if you're registered, let me know in the chat. If you haven't registered yet, there is still time. I want to make sure that you guys register, you get there, and you make sure that you have a plan for success for next year. Tony, I want to say thank you.
No problem. Thank you for having me, and I can't wait to join you guys again next year. It was such a great event, and everybody, please come.
Yes, please come. He's talking about Childcare Millionaires Live. Childcare Millionaires Live will be again in Houston, Texas, May 19th through the 21st. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So we're going to end this call and all of our Plan Your Year calls this way. Tony, give them one thing that you think they should do before the year is over with. It could be personal or professional.
One thing, you got to plan. Start planning for 2023 and execute. You have to execute on your plans. That's the biggest thing. And I heard that so many times at the conference. Execution. Execute, guys.
I love it. I love it. So thank you, Tony, for being on. You guys get on with the rest of your day. Those of you who are in our membership, we meet tonight at 7:30. We're going to be talking about the 3 things you need to do financially to end your year strong with our with Ephraim Eggbelly of EFS CPA Group. So make sure you don't miss that chance to learn how to wrap up your financials for 2022 so you can go into 2023 strong, strong, strong. All right, guys, that's all we have for today. Thank you again, Tony, for being with us.
See you
And
guys.
you guys, we'll see you soon, but we'll definitely see you at the bank.